The Christmas holidays are a particularly high-risk period for physical inactivity and weight gain, with evidence suggesting that people gain around 0.4 to 0.9 kilograms of weight over the holiday season. However, it is unclear how feasible it is to implement a holiday-based activity intervention.
The committee would also like to express its gratitude to the independent assessors who joined the committee for consideration of each case. Their expertise and advice play a vital role in our work. A list of independent assessors who attended meetings during this reporting year is included at Appendix D.
The concept of active or successful aging has been slowly but inexorably gaining ground in the field of new paradigms of old age. While retaining the term aging, this new perspective aims to invert the conception of old age in terms of deficit, decline or decrepitude, emphasizing the generative and productive capacity of the older adult, repositioning him or her as a relevant actor in social events. It emphasizes continuity rather than discontinuity, resilience and potential rather than loss and deficit, and the potential and possibilities that aging might imply, thus suggesting new forms of social insertion, indicating what the older adult is able to contribute to society. 18.
The concept of location value of free trade port is put forward for analysis and research, which is defined as the economic capacity and value of the port jointly determined by the natural resources, economic level, and social and cultural environment of the free trade port, which has a sustainable development value created based on the advantages of the port itself and combined with factors such as culture, policy, science, and technology.
The concept of aging society includes the quantitative factor that there will be more and more older people according to population transitions. But, at the same time, qualitative factors such as quality of life, identity changes and the experience of high changes in the subjectivity need to be included alongside these quantitative factors. So, the purpose and significance of the paper indicate that is necessary to ensure structures that can tolerate the new scenarios of this current generation of older people, who seek new life options, renewed emotional perspectives and transgenerational confrontation with traditional models of aging and grandparenthood.
The current world record for the longest period without sleep is 11 days, set by Randy Gardner in 1965. 4 days into the research, he began hallucinating. This was followed by a delusion where he thought he was a famous footballer. Surprisingly, Randy was actually functioning quite well at the end of his research and he could still beat the scientist at pinball.
The department determines whether or not the candidate has passed the examination. In cases where an appearance for the final public oral examination would constitute a substantial financial hardship for the candidate, the Director of Graduate Studies may recommend to the Dean of the Graduate School that the examination be waived.
The diversity of human language may be compared to the diversity of the natural world. Just as the demise of plant species reduces genetic diversity and deprives humanity or potential medical and biological resources, so extinction of language takes with it a wealth of culture, art and knowledge.
The drama in opera is presented using the primary elements of theater such as scenery, costumes, and acting. However, the words of the opera, or libretto, are sung rather than spoken. The singers are accompanied by a musical ensemble ranging from a small instrumental ensemble to a full symphonic orchestra.
The dyes and pigments available in any particular period in which a specific color photographic process was invented, manufactured and used have profound effects on the quality of color that defines most of the style and particular historical period.
The Earth is the only planet in our solar system that has a large amount of liquid water. About 71% of the surface of the Earth is covered by oceans. Because of this, it is sometimes called the blue planet.
The economy is the creation, transformation, and realization of value. From the micro point of view, the prosperity of a family depends on economic prosperity, the development of a city depends on economic development, and then to the macro point of view, the foundation of a country's prosperity is the economic level, so the location value of the free trade port must have a close relationship with the economy. It can be said that the infrastructure construction and subsequent development of free trade ports needs strong economic support to complete.
The elephant is the largest living land mammal. During evolution, its skeleton has greatly altered from the usual mammal, designed for two main reasons. One is to cope with the great weight of huge grinding cheek teeth and elongated tusk, making the skull particularly massive. The other is to support the enormous bulk of such a huge body.
The elephant is the largest living land mammal. During evolution, its skeleton has greatly altered from the usual mammal, designed for two main reasons. One is to cope with the great weight of huge grinding cheek teeth and elongated tusk, making the skull particularly massive. The other is to support the enormous bulk of such a huge body.
The emperor penguin is a penguin that lives in Antarctica. It is the tallest and heaviest of all penguin species. Emperor penguins are black and white like all penguins, but the sides of their neck are golden. Emperors live in the coldest climate on Earth. They breed at the beginning of the Antarctic winter, March and April, on the ice all around the Antarctic continent. The executive residence in the White House in the United States of America where the president resides, is divided into several wings. It also includes the vice president's and president's staff offices. This government building is a national heritage.
The government is still not sure whether its alternative idea for the Auckland's America's Cup Village is viable, a week out from the start of the planning approval process. Auckland Council is seeking approval to build 8 bases across 3 wharves, but the government was in favor of focusing on the semi-industrial Wynyard Point, to lessen the extension of wharves.
The Great Hanshin earthquake, or the Kobe earthquake as it is more commonly known overseas, was an earthquake in Japan that measured 7.2 on the Japanese scale. It occurred on January 17, 1995 at 5:46 a.m. 52 seconds in the southern part of Hyogo Prefecture and lasted for approximately 20 seconds.
The initial thud comes from when those dorsal bursae collide. And the reverberation results from the vibrations that linger when the tissues pull apart. But Thode the Younger says the bursae have to be somewhat sticky for the clapping together and snapping apart to produce a noise with the correct loudness and pitch. That stickiness comes courtesy of the mucus.
The latest scientific evidence on the nature and strength of the links between diet and chronic diseases is examined and discussed in detail in the following sections of this report. This section gives an overall view of the current situation and trends in chronic diseases at the global level.